Okay, we'll call this public improvements and infrastructure meeting to order. All three districts are present. Notice the meeting was properly posted on March 7th, 2025. Item number 1. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of February 24th?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item number 2, TIF 2 and TIF 2A. Stacy?
There's no change.
Okay. Item number 3, capital improvements list.
We need to discuss some issues on the 11th floor stairwell project. It's been going on for a little while. Ran into some problems with plans, and the engineer's here today to address you on that. So CEC, I'll call them to come up and let them give you a status report.
Good morning, everybody. My name is John Schaefer. I'm a structural engineer with CEC and just kind of been the point of contact for this project for the 11th floor improvements. And basically just a quick layout of the project. We're extending the stair that currently ends at the 10th floor and taking it up to the 11th floor, taking out that existing elevator there. The original design in the project was just kind of a single straight run stair up from the 10th floor to the 11th floor. But on February 4th, Cooley, the contractors, contacted us and said that there was kind of a discrepancy in what our plans had showed and the actual location of the wall on the 10th floor, or excuse me, the 11th floor. And so due to that, the architect went out and took some field verification measurements and determined that that wall was in fact out of place. And so that took that from being what could have been a single straight run stair to what needed to be kind of a switchback stair where you have an intermediate landing at the middle of the stair height and then comes back up to the 11th floor. So there was a little bit of redesign. At this point, we have issued revised drawings and given a new solution to the contractor. And so right now we're just waiting to hear back from them what their new numbers are going to be for the main part of that is going to be the additional cost of the turnback stair. Fortunately, we were able to, there's some new CMU wall that has to be built to do this project. We were able to reduce that amount of the new wall construction that needed to be done. And then, so we're hoping that helps offset some of the additional costs of the stair.
What additional costs are we talking about?
We don't know what the additional costs yet are fully, but just basically you're going from a single run stair that doesn't have any landings to having to have a landing at kind of the mid height of the stair and then come back. Those are usually a little bit more expensive just because a little bit extra steel is required from the steel fabricator. But other than that, it's kind of it's in Cooley's court right now, or it's in the contractor's court right now to get any additional costs back to us. So we're waiting for their numbers.
Okay. Any idea on the manufacturer of the new stair?
I don't know who the steel fabricator is. I believe it was someone relatively local within the state, but I couldn't tell you what the name of the fabricator was. I'm sorry.
Okay. Any questions?
The staircase, if I understand correctly, it wasn't measured correctly, and so a staircase was already built. And do I have that right?
As in the new stair run?
Yes.
No, nothing had been fabricated yet.
Nothing. Okay.
No, the contractors were doing their basic. So when we had gotten the original shop drawings for the original design of the stair, we had our notes on the shop drawings and our notes on the original construction drawings. Contractors would field verify everything before fabrication or material procurement, and so they were doing their job and checking things on site. And that's when they found the discrepancy from the drawings and the actual condition. So luckily, nothing had been fabricated. No.
Thank you.
At what point will we know what the additional cost is?
I would assume it's relatively soon. I haven't heard from Cooley on there. And
that's on there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Item 4, discussion possible action regarding Oklahoma County 5-year CIRB.
Yeah, this is the program where the money is actually held at ODOT for the counties. We have to submit our allocation plan every year to basically compete for those funds. And this is our submittal for this year that was attached to the agenda. And I would recommend we approve this plan so we can get it over to ODOT and start the discussions about what funds we can secure for some of our projects that are fairly far along. And then I also have our bridges on here, so I can get environmental started on some of those bridge projects.
Okay. Items 4, 5, and 6 you have going over multiple years. What stages will those take each year?
Well, they're from a design standpoint, they're all about the same position. They're all in preliminary design. I would like to buy right of way on all of them tomorrow, but you have to do environmental first. That's one of the rules. And so to get that environmental clearance, that's really the long straw in all these projects. And that's why things get shoved out over multiple years, just waiting on environmental or waiting to get permission to do environmental. So that's part of the problem with this, any road program, no matter which one it is.
Any questions?
I don't think so.
All right.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Owner's rep report on ARPA projects. Bill?
Good morning.
Morning.
We'll start with the elevators. Right now we have the annex and ICB are ordered. We have 2 or 3 different scenarios to be sure that Kone meets the annex plans. We'll get that final costing here probably in the next 30 days. Metro 1 and 2 and the ICB elevators submittals are complete, and those are in for manufacturing. And so we're very close to having all the drawings and engineering complete on all projects. Hopefully we'll have that done by the end of the month. And really, again, our only schedule concern as an overall global problem is the annex, but we have 2 or 3 scenarios to complete early, one being overtime, one being a 4th crew, additional crews. So we have some possible schedule completions of November of 26 would be a month early. So we have some different scenarios that we're working on right now. Okay. So I'm very comfortable with the elevators currently. We just got to get the final costs in.
What's the ETA on the JJC elevators?
They are probably 9 months away. We'll have those submittals and then they'll order them, and that's what we've got.
Okay. When's the next meeting for?
We have elevators are every Thursday meeting. We have a meeting every Thursday until we have everything in manufacturing, and we also talk with the Kone and the architect probably 2 or 3 times a week besides the Thursday meeting. So it's a high priority for us. Okay. But if you'd like to join us, it's 11 o'clock on Thursday. Court clerk social distancing, 5th floor, abatement's complete. We're finalizing the raised floor and electrical requirements. I think that'll be a very good decision and result for Mr. Warren and his group. So the rear area we're going to raise slightly. His goal is to have flush receptacles for all his people instead of the current design. It allows for some flexibility for him in the future too.
And he has not picked out the flooring type.
He has not picked out the flooring type yet, but we're working on that right now.
Okay.
He's got samples. But that project's on schedule. We're still good for February 26th. Clerk books is the construction's complete. We have laid out the interior wall location for them, and we have a meeting today with Ms. Treat on the final wall and that's still on for March 31st.
Is the shelving still being built?
I believe the shelving is in and they're moving books, is my understanding.
Okay.
Front entry, phase 4 abatements, ongoing. Phase 5, of course, will be the final phase next to the wall. And they'll start the first floor demo hopefully on March 15th is the current schedule. So we have given them some additional delays for different items, but that's scheduled. We're on track for that too. The behavioral health service facility, that project, obviously the dirt work's begun, the grading's begun. I think I sent in some photographs showing them they've put the trailers out there. We're probably about 2 or 3 weeks away from OG&E hooking everything up so we can put our people out there to for oversight and the architect's office, and so we'll be out there. Also, they continue to bid subcontractor bids and working through that. The existing jail, 3rd and 4th floor complete this week. We're moving to 10 and 11 later this week. Basement work's complete. Change orders are through and they're working through those. So that project continues to have a nice momentum and is scheduled to be complete on time.
I enjoyed the pictures. Thank you.
Quite well. And I would say obviously the Krause pictures should be under PBA, but they are. So we'll just get to that in a little bit.
Thank you for this.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 6, update on meeting Citizens Oversight Board.
They didn't meet in February, and their March meeting's a couple weeks away.
All right. Any citizen participation? Seeing none, is there any board comments or new business?
Move to adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Get this going. We will call the PBA Advisory Committee to order. All 3 districts are present. Notice the meeting is properly posted on March 7th. Item number 1, is there a motion to approve the minutes of February 24th?
I'll motion to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item number 2, ARPA capital projects.
Defer to the owner's rep.
Okay, we'll get back to that one. Item number 3, owner's rep report for PBA ARPA projects. Bill.
Thank you. Emergency Ops Krause is going very well. As you saw in the photographs, the expansion panels are up and that's framed in. They'll start working probably for the slab later this month. Interior is going, it's going very well. They have quite a nice momentum going. Even through the cold weather, they did very well.
Given the weather, are they still, everything's still on course?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did very well. The weather slack time was just float time for the panel delivery, and they were ready when the panels got there. So it worked out very well. ICB remodel, that notice for proceed is given. The only thing that we've discovered is currently we have some mastic And the existing floors, which is, has been tested positive for asbestos, and we'll need to look at some abatement prior to the final demolition in some of those areas. So we're working through that.
Okay.
And it's on track, on budget. That's all I got.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, items 4 and 5 we can take together. ICB exterior and interior, Keith. Nothing new. Nothing new. Okay. Any citizen participation? Seeing none. Are there any board comments, new business? Nope. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.